Hey everybody and welcome to a LSCross online build video. It has been a while since I uploaded my last video, so I'm sorry for that. There has been a big issue with my gear, so my hardware and other stuff. I moved out, and since 1 year I live alone, so I have time, I have pretty good internet, so I hope I can do a lot of videos in the future. And definitely not frequently, as I do currently. So let's get started. Today I want to present you my PvP Magicka support build for small scale, and if you want solo, but I wouldn't recommend solo because why should you play a support build solo? And maybe if you want to line up with some randoms, but it's up to you. I won't judge anyone. So let's get started. We take a look at the stats. So we have 64 points in Magicka, like always. We have unbuffed 34k Magicka, 20k health, 70k, 60.5k stamina, 1200 Magicka recovery. It seems pretty low, but it's much higher as you think. 1.8k spell damage. Yeah, it's that low. It will be pushed to up. It will pushed up like to 2.8k. But and with the Conqueror buff in the open world, you might get a lot more out of it, and you will increase your Magicka recovery up to 1.6k, which is pretty high for this build. You will see why pretty soon. So we have unbuffed 27k spell resistance, 22k physical resistance, and 3.6k critical resistance. 9k spell power, that's pretty nice. It's because we wear light armor. If you want to, I would also recommend playing with heavy armor, but I don't have currently 45 breaths in heavy. So next on I will show you my buffed sets, self-buffed. We have 35k spell resistance, 30k physical resistance, and yeah, our crit resistance doesn't change. 2.8k spell damage and 1300 Magicka recovery, 700 stamina, and 600 health recovery. So next on, I'm gonna talk about the skills we're running with. Degeneration for major sorcery, puncturing sweeps. You will also get 8% damage reduction, so if you want to, you can also change temporal guard, but I prefer playing with temporal currently. I would also recommend playing with spell wall to just prevent yourself from getting damaged or too much damage. Also, it's pretty good to get out of situations which are pretty tricky for you. Horn of the Dead is our main heal. As you can see, I have only a cost of 3200 Magicka. It's pretty low compared to your original cost. I guess it's 4200 and something. A Radiant Aura is our flex spot, so you can put in every skill you want to run with. I currently play Radiant Aura, but I change it out if I play with someone who casts things like Elemental Drain. There will be our Radiant Aura useless. So yeah, but it's cheap because it costs nothing. Yeah, it's up to you to use it because it's a AOE. Yeah. I use Inner Light. Inner Light is also a flex spot, so you can put it out if you want to, but I love the max Magicka you gain. But you can also Magic Prophecy from use of Vampire's Bane. So if you want to, you can also put that out. It's not necessary to run that. Maybe I will do it and just put Channeled Focus and Extended Ritual on my front line. We will see. It's a pretty flexible spot, but you should stick with some things. I will tell you later which. Temporal Guard. as I said, it's pretty good also to just increase your chance to survive if you're nuked or focused by enemy players. If you're up to get nuked. Channel focus, resistances, Magicka recovery, 480 per tick. So 240 per second, and 2 seconds are 1 tick, so you gain 480 Magicka back every tick. So you have a pretty high regeneration. So only with that you will get a rack of 1900 around. So you will sustain pretty good. Yeah. Vampire's Bane, it's a pretty good dot, even with my low Magicka damage. And you gain Major Prophecy, and I prefer gaining that. Also you gain minor sorcery to increase your spell damage as well. Race Against Time, it removes snares and immobilization skills and grants you immunity, so it's pretty good to run that. Because I don't use the Mist form currently, you are allowed to use it because Vampire isn't that bad, but I wouldn't just go with only Vampire. I don't know, it's not that good. I have seen one pretty good build, it's from Blob ESO, subscribe to him if you want to. Yeah. I'll use Rapid Regeneration, you can also use the other morph if you want to, because there is a higher time, it's, I guess 10 seconds, so the duration will increase, but I prefer the low duration, so you have a big heal and petto. So if you want to, you can also run Living Dark, but 2900 are pretty low Magicka costs, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not that convinced with it. But the snare, the movement reduction isn't that bad. I mean, 60% plus the speed reduction. It might be worth it in some situations. Extended rituals are cleanse, some healing, and you give your allies the chance to cleanse themselves. So in some situations it might be the savior. And Remembrance as our healing ultimate, it's much better than the restoration stuff ultimate, because you gain major protection. And yeah, the healing ticks aren't that bad too, and they have the same cost. If you want to, you can also run with the restoration stuff ultimate, but I prefer playing with the Templar ultimate. It's much better, and you can just block, swap cancel the duration, so you will gain the major protection. Yeah. Maybe I could show you. No, I don't have enough ultimate. I'm sorry for that, but you can still have the 30% damage reduction, and yeah, it's pretty good to have. Also, you have 38% damage reduction, plus 10% from our gear, which we talk about now. So, I use Engine Guardian, it's meta currently in PvP, and I would recommend sticking with that all the time. There are some relics you can use also, but to be honest, Engine Guardian is the best. I mean, 25% chance to proc, that's pretty high, and the resources you can gain back are insane good. I mean, you can get 2000, 120, 150 I guess, yeah, above 2000 Magicka or Summoner back, and a lot of health, so you won't die that easily with this set. Also, it can block some attacks, which is pretty annoying if you play against players who use Engine Guardian, but yeah, why don't you use it? I use Fortified Press for our resistances, If you want to, you can use another set, but I prefer to get a lot of resistance back. Also Swift, so we play a pretty defensive setup, and I have all rings in infused, and with Magicka cost reduction I'm inspired by Blob, as I said before, because he said using Magicka cost reduction might be better as recovery. I tried it out. As you can see here, I have a lot of glyphs, but to be honest, it's true. So if you want to go with more magical recovery, you can do so, but below cost reduction is so much worth it. I mean, just look at the cost of our puncturing sweep and our Horn of Stat. It's insane. Yeah, so we have our 1H weapon in Nulhone to gain more more Magicka. Spell damage, I mean. Spell damage. I have my Shield in Divine. You can change the trade if you want to. You're free to do so. My backbar stuff is restoration stuff. You can also use lightning stuff, or a fire stuff, a ice stuff, whatever you want, and which fits better to your playstyle, or an infused restoration stuff to increase your spell damage. And yeah, but I just like 3k more resistance on my back bar. Yeah, but you're free to do so. Change the build if you want to. I used also Shackle Breaker. I don't know. Yeah, here. And heavy armor might be good as well, but currently I stick with 45 breath and white. Yeah. So the enchantments are pretty clear. Stamina enchantment to gain some stamina back. You can also change your rune into the stamina version, but currently I just go with the Magicka version. So my CP, you don't have to copy it, it's not that perfect, but if you need something to inspire you, you're free to do so. Just pause the video if you want to copy it. So, last thing to say is just, if you want to go in small scale, I would prefer going with DKs or 1 and maybe Necros, but going with something like Sork or Nightblade won't be that good, because they have other way to play, and it's pretty hard if you're not that good in this game to just stick with your group and keep them alive and keep yourself alive. So it's just a tip. Last thing to say, my Mundus Stone, it's the Atronach Mundus Stone. I use a 3-stat food, and I know why, but it's just buggy again, like always. I use the 3-stat pots. I have also some immovability pots. A trick I want to tell you guys, if you don't know, if you use the immove pot and you rest someone, or you just do any action in PvP, you cannot be interrupted. You cannot be interrupted while using immove pots. So there won't be anyone to stop you. I have done some amazing stuff. I'm sorry that I not have recorded it yet, but you can rest your mates in a fucking circ if you have your defensive abilities up, and no one can stop you. Only while using immove pots. I don't know. I haven't been online since a while, so I don't know when they changed it, but they did. And I would go with immove pots on every fucking char. You will rest so insane good. Yeah, and also you're on a Templar, so you rest pretty fast. So maybe you can just revive 2 or 3 mates. Also, I use lingering health pots. In some situations, it might be good to have them. And yeah, if you use them, you might not have the resources, but no one can kill you in like 16 seconds. It's so high because I have level alchemy. Yeah. Alchemy, it's pretty good to use it. So you won't waste your pot. Same thing counts for provisioning. But yeah. Thanks for your attention, and we see you guys soon. I hope I can do some videos on a regular basis, and I'm glad you enjoyed this video. If you did so, just leave a comment down below. Also, if you have some questions, and I see you guys soon.